This week's market numbers look a little confusing, but they're actually telling a very encouraging story. Hi, I'm Kathy Remski with App Properties, Christie's International Real Estate, and welcome back to another Birmingham Market Conversation, where we look beyond the headlines, peel back the layers to understand what's really happening here in our local real estate market. If you were to only glance at this week's numbers, you might wonder what's going on here. New listings were down 22%, while pending sales jumped 66% and closed sales increased by 25%. And at first glance, those numbers, well, they seem inconsistent. But that's exactly why it's important not to draw conclusions from a single week of data. Real estate doesn't move in a straight line. Inventory changes, buyers and sellers adjust to interest rates, holidays, vacations, and even what's happening in the broader economy. One week can look very different from the next. What matters? The overall trend. And here in Birmingham, we're continuing to see buyers make decisions when the right home comes along. Homes are still selling, contracts are being written, and inventory remains relatively balanced. That's the bigger picture, not just what happened over the last 7 days. Whether you're thinking about buying this year or selling next spring or simply trying to understand the market, it's important to focus on trends rather than reading the individual headlines or a single week's statistics. And speaking of Birmingham, this weekend is Day on the Town, one of my favorite community events. It's a great reminder that when you buy a home here, you're investing in so much more than four walls. You're becoming part of a community filled with local businesses, shops, restaurants, parks, and events that make Birmingham such a special place to call home. Thanks for joining me for another Birmingham Market Conversation. If you found this helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe. And if there's a question you have about real estate, please leave a comment below and I'll be happy to cover it in a future episode. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Kathy Remski.